Hi guys, it's me Armand again, and today I'm going to perform a review on the Leatheman Charge TTI, which is a newer version of the Charge TI, and there are a lot of good reviews out there. I'm not going to say this is one that hasn't been done before. It's a very popular multi-tool. Personally, I love the review done by Nut and Fancy, which I'm a subscriber to, but I figured I'd do my own just so I can give you my own swing of things and my own personal experience with the tool. This is my pocket tool. I keep it in my car. It's on me all the time. I use it for everything, and just kind of wanted to run through the tools, let you know how they work, if they're reliable. I just oiled this a couple days ago, so it should be moving pretty smoothly. All this stuff should go well. But anyway, let's just get right into it. I'm going to start off right away with the main blade, the S30V, which is one of the new features about the TTI. I believe, I don't think the original, the TI, had that. This blade is scary sharp. I mean, this thing holds an edge like nobody's business. This thing cuts through anything. I mean, I've shaved with this before. This blade is really, really sharp, really, really rigid, sharp, and it's super easy to sharpen. I mean, I've cut saplings and stuff down. I mean, I've used that. I'll use all the tools, but I just put it through my own little test. It's a super sharp blade. It does anything you ask of it. Holds an edge well. I love the fact that all these tools click into place. I mean, there's no wiggle. I've seen other multi-tools where it just kind of has the dent. When you put it out, it just kind of pops into a spot, but there's no safety in terms of you smack against something, it's going to come back and chop your finger off. Especially if it's a sharp blade like this. It needs that safety. Moving on to the second blade, I believe this is 154 cm. I could be wrong in terms of the steel. Might be 440. Not too sure. Really, really, really sharp again. I mean, you can't take anything away from this blade. It's a super, super sharp blade, and I love this hook. This hook, I mean, once again, Nut and Fancy said it right. This thing, I got another knife in the car that I keep that's got a hook too, and I don't think I can cut butter with that. But this cuts through everything. And yeah, it's a great blade. I mean, I probably use this one more than the other blade just because I love this other blade so much, the main blade, that I don't have it in me to dull it out. But that's a really good blade too. It has a lot of good uses for it in terms of cutting, and that fish hook, the gut hook, is really, really good. The saw, I got a big lemon tree in front of my house, and I had about a maybe 2-inch thick dead branch, and this is a lemon tree. I mean, my lemon tree is probably about 20 feet tall, so it's a nice big tree, and I cut it down with this maybe 3-inch blade. So this thing it's reliable. I mean, if it's not going to break with that, I don't know how you'd break it in terms of regular usage. The file, haven't used too much, I'm not gonna lie. I've sharpened some of my other knives with it, but I mean, it's a good file. It's a really good file. In fact, I've actually used it. Actually, I'll get to that later on. I made some tools to adapt into the screwdriver adapter thing, but I've used this to sharpen that. And let's get right into that. Pliers, really good pliers. I mean, I think as you use them a little, they might actually get a little too loose. Honestly, I don't like the fact that it's so it's really, really loose. The pliers are super smooth. In my personal opinion, almost too smooth. But you know what? That's not a bad thing. I have gotten my fingers pinched in there before, in between the blades, as you can see right there. It does pinch sometimes when you're kind of trying to hold it and do it all at once, but I don't anymore because I've used it so much. Every individual tool, from the can opener and the wire stripper, which is here in case you didn't know, that little V there is a wire stripper. It's actually pretty useful too. That does work pretty well. It's really sharp. But, all the tools are really strong. I will say this is my second Charge TTI, for the reason that this scissor broke on my first one, and it broke because I was cutting a piece of cardboard. And I don't know if it's designed to cut cardboard or not. It was off camera there, but this, see where the little, I guess the little hand thing here is, that piece, that little flat piece to get on the, put your thumb on, it snapped off. So yeah, that one broke. This is the second one. They sent it, no questions asked. I just let them know, the thing broke. I didn't even have to tell them that, but yeah, they sent me a new one, and this one's just absolutely fine. the flathead screwdriver, which I use more as a chisel than anything. It works really well. I actually love that tool. But the most useful tool probably has to be this guy. I got a little Allen wrench tip in there because it's so versatile. I mean, I took Nuttin Fancy's thing. I keep saying that name, but I mean, I don't want him to think I'm some kind of stalker. I'm just a subscriber. But I did make my own personal little AUG, which is a very important little tool. It's got one sharp edge on this side. It's actually really, really sharp, surprisingly. And as you can see, I got the tip in there, and just to put holes in wood or anything. And I started out with a regular screwdriver bit that you can plug into those interchangeable screwdriver sets. And I got an angle grinder in the garage, and I just kind of filed it down to the right shape. Works really well. And yeah, I mean, I just oiled it, so it's kind of slippery. Let's get this guy out. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it slides right in. Holds solid, holds tight. And I just did this in the garage. I mean, it's obviously like a crude job. I could have spent a couple hours in there and done it perfectly, but it's really it works really well. And like I said, I use the file on the multi-tool itself to sharpen this, because there are times, you know, it gets used out. It's not to the grade of steel that's in the multi-tool itself. So I have used the file to sharpen this, and it works great. I haven't used the diamond edge when I use the regular steel side, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure it will work just fine. And I use all of these bits, every single one. I feel like if there were a couple more Allen wrenches, because I've had some things where it's like I need an intermediate Allen wrench that I don't particularly have, but then again, you can buy additional Allen wrench pieces, but I don't like to buy anything additional to the multi-tool itself. I feel like it should have everything on there. And they've given me plenty. I can't take that away from them. They've given me a lot of really good tools on this. The frame, I mean, it's a titanium frame. That's why you bought this. If you're going to buy this, you're buying it, you're putting out that extra money because you know it's a titanium frame. If you're buying it for the fact that you like those 3 letters, then you're probably not really that smart. You're buying this because it's really reliable, and like I said, this is my day-to-day. I use this for everything. It's in my car anytime something happens to my car, anytime something happens anywhere that I have to use a blade or scissors or pliers, I'm using this. So I need it to be really reliable, and I put it through its paces, guys, I'm telling you, and this thing is absolutely incredible. Front to back, top to bottom, really, really sturdy, really good stuff. Aside from that first one that broke the scissor, I have had absolutely no problems with this. I've only had to sharpen the blades even maybe like 3 times. And I've had this for 2.5 years, using it very, very often. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that if you guys are on the fence about this, I personally think it's the best multi-tool that you can buy. Obviously, there will be many people who won't like that. They might not even watch my video. I could care less. But for those who do watch this video because they're curious, should I buy this, should I not buy this, is it worth the money? I say yes. No questions asked. It's definitely worth the money. Small, compact. The sheath is pretty good too, but it's the carrying case, you know, it doesn't make a big difference in my mind. But yeah, it's actually, I have a lot of pockets in here for stuff. Like I said, I got my AUG stored in the front, actually, in this little pocket and over here, as you can see. I put anything you want in there in the back pocket for the tools, but it's compact, and it's got more than I can ever ask for. So yeah, guys, if you're looking to buy a multi-tool and you got the $100 and something to dish out, pick this one. You won't regret it. Take care, everybody.